One time.
Isn't it amazing? I love that marijuana it's just another business story. I remember when we first started the Cannabist. I mean, I remember explaining this to my mom. At the time she was asking me, "Hey, what do you mean you're going to be a marijuana editor? What does that mean?" And I was like, "Oh, this is an industry, just like the airlines. We need to cover it as such." And once she heard that, she got it, and she's like, "Great, okay. I hope you take the job." And I said, "Yeah, I am going to take the job, but let's talk about pot banking."
Sure.
I would love it if you could catch us up, because you have been one of our main writers on that beat. Where exactly are we at in this debate surrounding marijuana banking and this industry?
Well, we're still at a standstill right now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's, marijuana on a national level, on a federal level, is still illegal. So there are no firm regulations on banking. And so as such, it's still an all-cash business. Billions are traded on a daily, yearly basis here, and the product is sometimes more valuable than the cash itself. So it's kind of on the onus of the operators to invest heavily in security.
Sure.
And that includes hiring personnel. And unfortunately, recently we had the very tragic episode of a security guard being murdered during the line of duty at an Aurora dispensary.
Right.
And
15
during the
miles from
robbery.
here.
Yeah. And that prompted. That spurred some lawmakers to make another plea, another effort to eliminate the penalties for banks to serve the industry, but some House GOP members ended up thwarting that at the end, and there are banks that want to work with businesses. Fourth Corner Credit Union.
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that 10 times fast.
I know, right?
I wrote about them most recently in April. They actually got a state charter, but ran into some issues with the Fed, and so their fight is still tied up in the court system. They're moving up to higher courts now.
And Fourth Corner sued. They sued the Fed. They sued NCUA, the Credit Union Association, and they lost both of those cases. Right now, now is the appeal.
Yes, they're in the appeals court stage.
And do we know what chance this little, non-existent really, credit union stands against the Federal Reserve?
It's tough to say now, just because it does remain illegal on a federal level, and it's still on the Controlled Substances Act. However, the folks at Fourth Corner point to various other cases that have happened within the past year that they say that make them hopeful.
Oh, well. Of course, it's an issue we're going to be covering very passionately here. I know our viewers and listeners this is a big one for them. So.